A military pilot left for the battlefield carrying 4 years of love for his wife. Suddenly, he was inexplicably transported 50 years into the future, his plane crashing violently to the ground in modern-day America. Mary, who happened to be driving by, watched in shock as the aircraft appeared out of nowhere. She immediately pulled over and called emergency services. Just then, Jason noticed someone moving inside the cockpit. Mary rushed to help, frantically opening the cockpit glass. Thankfully, the man was still alive. They needed to get away before the plane exploded. But as soon as the man stepped out of the cockpit, he suddenly turned back. He had forgotten his wife's photograph. Afterward, he gratefully thanked Mary for her help. When he looked up at the sky, however, he was startled to see the water tower from his hometown. Panic set in. According to his mission, he should have been fighting in the skies over Burma. He couldn't understand how he'd suddenly returned home. Mary, concerned he might have suffered brain damage in the crash, took him to the hospital for examination. When police officers arrived to take his statement, they found the man insisting it was 1941 and that he was Lieutenant Cole from the 2nd Squadron. The police investigation revealed no record of him in their files, and the aircraft model he was flying had been out of production for decades. They began to suspect he might be a foreign spy, so they detained him at the hospital for questioning. Meanwhile, Jason spotted a photograph in a cabinet at the police station. One person in the picture looked exactly like Cole. He secretly slipped the photo into his clothes and later showed it to his mother. Mary couldn't believe the man in the photo was Cole. If he were still alive, he would be around 80 years old by now. When Cole regained consciousness, he noticed guards stationed outside his room. As the doctor came in to change his medication, Cole knocked him unconscious, put on the doctor's clothes, and escaped from the hospital. Once outside, he was immediately shocked by what he saw. Advanced fighter jets flew overhead, machines he couldn't have imagined in his time. On the streets, people were talking into small rectangular devices they held in their hands. It was only then that he finally accepted the truth. He had traveled through time. With only one thing on his mind, finding his wife, he hijacked a motorcycle and fled. On the road, he encountered Mary and Jason again. Mary decided to trust him and drove him to the address he remembered. Cole excitedly ran into the house, desperately searching for any sign of his wife, but no one answered his calls. Then, his eyes fell on a photograph hanging on the wall. His wife was still as beautiful as he remembered, but she had remarried and had 3 children with her new husband.